Now, I jumped the gun a little bit, mate, but the Roosters now have a war chest. $4 million or something, it'll become $8 million in jokes, etc., etc. How worried are you that the Roosters are just going to poach every player they want?
Not very, because that $4 million, some of it's already been used for extensions of players, some of it's already been used for upgrading players who are development players this year but full-time players next year, and some of it's been used on that rugby covert that is coming over as well, because he wasn't cheap, because he is an established wallaby. So I'm, if they had $4 million, that would mean that the 24 players that they had on average of about $300,000, and that's complete and utter crap. I would say that they'd probably be close to $2.5, maybe $3 million in salary cap when it's all said and done that they have to spend. And I'm not real worried because I went on to Zero Tackle, which is the best place to go for all the off-contract players. And aside from Liro and Jack Williams, there's nothing but dross off contract.
Very, very true. That's come out very quickly that next year is going to be rough. But if you're a player agent, Terry, and you hear that the Roosters have a couple of million, let's just say $2 million, aren't you saying, oh, he's homesick? Oh, but his player's never been to Sydney. Yeah, well, he wants to. He saw a postcard. I just cannot see a world where David Fafita is in link with that club, maybe by the time this drops.
Well, there's David Fafita, and I'm going to throw a smoky out there as well and say that you are probably going to hear more and more of a certain fullback in Newcastle.
Well, almost happened before. Yeah, look, Ponga and the Roosters have flirted with each other so much. His best mate plays for him now.
So that's if you want cheap likes, there's that. David Fafita is another one. You're going to get the Adam Fanua-Blake situation, the Zach Lomax situation, the James Fisher-Harris situation. So someone who's currently on contract at the moment, may turn around and go, you know what am I doing here? I can just go over there. Mike Acevo is hated at Parramatta. Maybe he'll go to the Roosters. Like, who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, look, in terms of the off-contract players at the moment, like, if you want Jaden Berrell, come get him. Just don't touch Liro. I know they've turned around and said that they're going to stick with Sam Smith unless unless a half comes off contract. I can't see anything. You know what? Maybe throw Ponga out the window. Maybe this is the time where they go and free AJ Brimson.
Very potentially. Joey Manu is supposedly looking at returning next year.
Mm-hmm. So they need to keep $500K on the books for that.
Yeah, which I think they can do, no worries, especially for Joseph Manu. Especially if they say, you come back and play 5'8". Sandon Smith can get you through 15 rounds before you throw Joey Manu. It's a risk, but it's Joey Manu. It brings you back to the club. Tedesco's got a year or two left. You slot him in at fullback. I'm not worried about the Roosters, put it that way. They'll sign whoever they want. I wouldn't be shocked to see him go to England. You might see, say, a Brodie Croft come back or something as a part-time to get him through next year. The year after next year, as soon as October 1st hits, every single player who's off contract will be linked to the Roosters.
Yeah, but the thing is, the money, you have to, it's not as if you can't just bank it. You have to spend it. The NRL has a rule that says you have to spend a certain amount by the start of the competition. You have to have a certain amount spent by this time, and by August 1, you have to have spent 95% of your cap. So it's not as if they can just turn around and go, well, there's $4 million, but nothing off contract. So what they can do is they can promote players for a year. You might have a couple of development players and just go, oh, you know what, we can give you a couple $100,000 here or there. You can upgrade someone as well. You can throw a little bit more money at Billy Smith to stop him from going and making a bad career decision of going to the Titans or something like that. If there is a player off contract, like they can go to David Fafita and go, mate, you can get out of there anytime you want. Come to us. You can go tap Joe Tarpany on the shoulder and say, hey, look, Canberra ain't going to do a hell of a lot. Come play for us. Go get Nelson Asafa Solomona. Replace Jared Waerea-Hargreaves with Nelson Asafa Solomona.
They've proven they can go to rugby too, and I think England's in play. But there's one thing I'm not worried about and that's not the Roosters accountants are pretty clever.
Yeah.